Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, it's never enough? You study for hours. You sacrifice your free time. You stay awake late at night. You do everything you're supposed to do. Yet when the results arrive, they don't match your expectations. And suddenly, one number on a piece of paper feels like it's deciding your entire future. This is the story of a student who almost gave up. And it could be the story of millions of students around the world. For many students, life slowly becomes centered around one thing: marks. Every conversation seems to lead back to them. Parents ask about them. Teachers talk about them. Friends compare them. Social media celebrates them. Over time, it becomes easy to believe that marks are everything. And if marks are everything, then low marks must mean you're not good enough. But that's where many students begin to suffer. At first, they try harder. They wake up earlier. Study longer. Solve more questions. Skip hobbies. Skip outings. Sometimes even skip sleep. They believe success is just one more chapter away. One more practice test away. One more late night away. But the pressure keeps growing. Every exam feels like a life or death situation. Every mistake feels like a disaster. Every result feels like a judgment of their worth. Then comes the day many students fear. The results arrive. The screen loads. The marks appear. And the score is lower than expected. Not necessarily terrible. Not necessarily a complete failure. Just lower than hoped. Lower than what others expected. And suddenly, all the effort seems meaningless. All the sacrifices feel wasted. All the dreams feel uncertain. That night, many students sit alone with their thoughts. Questions begin filling their minds. What is wrong with me? Why can't I do better? Why is everyone else succeeding? Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'll never succeed. The more these thoughts grow, the heavier the burden becomes. And that's the dangerous thing about academic pressure. It doesn't just affect grades. It affects confidence, self-worth, mental health, and sometimes, hope itself. But here's something many students don't realize. Thousands of successful people once felt exactly the same way. Many entrepreneurs struggled in school. Many inventors failed important exams. Many leaders faced rejection. Many successful people received results that suggested they would never achieve anything extraordinary. Yet they went on to achieve incredible things. Because marks measured only one part of their lives. Not their creativity. Not their determination. Not their courage. Not their resilience. Not their ability to learn from failure. Think about it for a moment. If marks could tell us everything about a person, why do companies conduct interviews? Why do teams value communication skills? Why do organizations look for leadership? Why do businesses seek problem solvers? Because life tests much more than memory. It tests discipline, adaptability, patience, character, decision-making, teamwork, and many qualities that no exam can fully measure. This doesn't mean marks are unimportant. Education matters. Learning matters. Hard work matters. But marks are only one measurement. They are not a measurement of your value as a human being. They are not a prediction of your entire future. And they are certainly not a definition of who you are. Many students spend years believing they must be perfect. But perfection is an impossible target. Even the highest achievers make mistakes. Even top performers experience failure. Even successful people face setbacks. The difference is that they don't allow failure to become their identity. They understand something important. Failure is an event, not a person. A poor result means you performed poorly on a test. It does not mean you are a failure. Those are two completely different things. When students stop seeing every result as a verdict on their worth, something changes. Fear loses its power. Learning becomes easier. Mistakes become lessons. Progress becomes more important than perfection. And confidence begins to grow again. Not because the challenges disappear, but because self-worth is no longer tied to a number. The truth is that some of the most important qualities in life cannot be graded. Kindness cannot be graded. Integrity cannot be graded. Courage cannot be graded. Creativity cannot be graded. Compassion cannot be graded. Yet these qualities often matter just as much as academic success. Sometimes even more. If you're a student watching this right now, remember this. One exam cannot decide your future. One bad result cannot erase your potential. One difficult year cannot define your entire life. Your marks may open some doors, but your attitude, perseverance, and character determine how far you go once those doors are open. The student in this story almost gave up. Not because they lacked ability. Not because they lacked potential. But because they forgot something important. They forgot that their worth was never determined by a score. And perhaps someone watching this needs that reminder today. You are more than your grades. More than your rank. More than your results. You are a human being with dreams, talents, and possibilities that no report card can fully measure. End with this thought. Marks can measure a test. They cannot measure a person's value. Your worth is far greater than any score you will ever receive.